Good morning, sunshine. Hi, Facebook. Good morning. Kind of gray and rainy day today. Get your coffee. Let's run away from Dad with coffee day. Give everybody a few minutes to check in, log in. I don't know. What do you call it? Go live, join me. So I'm not biting my fingernails, but I definitely pick at them sometimes when they get long and I haven't clipped them, and usually when I'm watching something. I don't know, that's weird. Used to be when I watch football, now it's like when I watch anything. I tend to pick at it. And I ripped one too close yesterday, and then I played football out in the driveway with my son, and it kept jamming my finger to the point where it was bleeding, so now I have a Band-Aid on it. And that's the story of my finger this morning. Yep. Pretty silly, right? I got people joining. Hey, Julia. Hey, Nikki. Good morning. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, guys. So yeah, I took a rest day today, a full-on rest day, or yesterday, full-on rest day. No video, no nothing. It was kind of nice. They say you can't pour from an empty cup. Well, I was refilling my cup yesterday. I was, I slept in. I stayed in bed till 6:30. I was still awake at 5, but I tried to go back to sleep, try to stay in bed, tried to just take the morning and go slow, just get up slow. I knew I had like 3 Zoom meetings yesterday, and Mondays are always pretty rough with Zoom meetings and stuff. So I just wanted to kind of get up and, meditate at my own pace and just kind of refill my cup yesterday. I needed a day. So it was good. It was a full-on rest day. But I missed you guys and my check-in crew every morning at 7:30 with coffee running away from Dad, as Yana puts it. Good morning, Julia. Meredith, good morning. Karen G. Oh no, I don't see Mary Jo. Mary Jo, did I lose you? Taking a day off and I lost my Mary Jo. Maybe she'll be on soon. Sorry guys, if I don't see you come up, if you don't say anything, it doesn't notify me. So I'm not ignoring people that are coming on. It's just I get notified of certain people and certain people I don't. There she is. Hi, Mary Jo. Yeah, so just took yesterday to fill my cup up a little bit more so I had more to pour out. The run Sunday was interesting. It wasn't what I had hoped it was going to be. I did like a little post-run video and then I ended up deleting it for various reasons. I overthink things sometimes, but so I noticed that there wasn't any wind and there was supposed to be wind, and then the wind came. So the whole first half of the run, I ended up running against the wind. For some reason, my legs just hurt for the first few miles. They felt like the last few miles. And so I knew I was going to be in trouble when I first started running. And I remembered saying before I started running, I don't care about my pace. I'm just going to be grateful for the run and the beautiful morning. And and again, God or the universe or your higher power or whatever you choose to believe in just said, oh yeah, okay. Don't care about your pace? Here you go. Here's a rough run for you. Now be grateful. So it tested my, where in the back of my mind, it really was kind of, I was hoping for a certain pace and it wasn't there. So it was a pretty terrible pace and very slow and so much slower than what I'm used to running a half at. But again, as I was running, it just came into my mind that you really got to be careful what you put out there because, the universe will test you and say, oh yeah, okay, well, here's a crappy run. Now be grateful for it. So I had to laugh as I was running because there was really no reason for my legs to hurt. I took rest days before, and so whatever. That's fine. So that was interesting, and honestly, I felt like I was gonna quit, but I didn't. I kept going, ran through the pain, got through it, and did the whole thing. Can you guys hear my stomach growling right now? I feel like it's so loud. But anyway, so I finished that. That's done. So this week I'm going to take just a week off, and I'm going to get back to lifting actually with my son. We played a little football yesterday. It was nice. I really had a nice rest day yesterday. We went out in the driveway, which we haven't done in forever, and just threw the football around for, gosh, I don't even know how long it was. It was a while. Good morning, everyone. Jennifer's on. Mo, good morning. Mary Jo, you were late. No worries. Morning, Mo. So that's kind of what I did yesterday. Like I said, I just kind of got up slow and just took my time and didn't really feel a need to rush into anything until I hit my Zoom meetings for like 3 hours yesterday, and that always just depletes me. And I knew it was coming, so I really wanted to be prepared. And and honestly, I just needed a day just to unplug and to relax. So I did that. And this week I'll just do some lifting, really kind of give my lower body a break. And then next week kind of go back into the half marathon training again, start again from the beginning, and do the intermediate course now. And I'll post a link to that too, the beginner and the intermediate courses for the half marathon, and start training again. Just start from the beginning again and start working on my pace a little bit more, because I am driven to improve that back to get at least close to where I used to run. Not even close to it right now. So it's okay to have goals. It's okay to drive ourselves sometimes. So I like to drive myself too. But so I actually finished my book yesterday, the new book that I bought from Johan Hari, called Lost Connections. So I finally finished that last night, and I got like 3 more books coming this week, so I knew I had to finish that too, or I wanted to finish it. It was just a really interesting read, and he mentioned something toward the end of it that I want to read really quick, because I think it's really relevant to like a lot of the things that we're going through right now. And also, I think that, it's easy to look at these video feeds and to look at the things that we're putting out there on social media and say that, everything seems okay. And that's good. I mean, everything should. I don't want to give the impression that I don't struggle. I do, with a lot of things. I think that, I mentioned it before, but we had a call last week where, I kind of shared, I said that, I took it easy on myself last week as far as my schedule went. I wasn't as regimented about my time, and, if I felt like working, I worked, and if I didn't, I didn't. I just kind of was kind to myself last week, and I said, I have this tendency to be very self-critical, and what I started doing last week was just taking a new baseline approach. And my baseline for today is I'm sober. I'm still in recovery. Everything else above and beyond that is gravy, right? Just being able to say that and to be that right now is enough. It's enough, right? Because without that, I don't have anything else. So, I mean, I think that we need to set our baselines a lot lower through this and stop expecting so much of ourselves and of other people. I think that, I struggle the same way everyone else does, but what we're trying to do here is to be encouraging, to say that, certainly relating through our brokenness is valuable, but not staying stuck there, right? So how do I get past that struggle? How do I get, I'm not going to sit here and tell you about all my struggles right now, because that just wouldn't be responsible of me. But believe me, I have them. I have people close to me, and I won't even say who they are, who are currently using right now. And it hurts me very much to see that. but I can't control that. I can't control what they do as much as I want to, as much as it makes me hurt inside. I need to find a way to get beyond that. So I try and do that every day. And just, I don't know, through prayer, through, you know, what I choose to look at as my higher power, my God, I talk to and put all my troubles on and sort of use that as my way to cope with things, right? And everybody uses something different. So I just want to say that. I know that I just know through being on social media, I can, like, even just seeing people working out online, I'm like, oh, I should have done that today. And it just makes me feel bad. So sometimes even to see other people doing well or coping well can be disheartening. So I just want to put that out there to say that, man, I can relate so much to struggling right now. I know I laugh and I joke a lot and I try to encourage people to be positive, but that's just my way of coping with things, right? It's not everybody's, and I understand that. So that's it. Just a quick relate on that. So I was going to read something from the closing couple of paragraphs from this book, because I really, this is where it kind of brought it all home for me. So he's going to make a reference in this paragraph to the people of Cody. And Cody was a little village, and I don't even know if I'm saying that right. It might be Cody. It's Kotti. It's a little village in West Berlin where a lot of refugees went to live from Turkey and from all over the world in West Berlin while the wall was still up. And you know, it was just somewhere that they took refuge, basically. Low rent, a lot of it was just abandoned housing that they then became squatters in, and then, you know, paid rent and whatever. And then once the wall came down, the rent started going up. And so a lot of people were losing their homes, and there was a lot of mental health issues, and people being put in jail and incarcerated and put put away in mental institutions. And so what they ended up doing was kind of banding together and protesting all these evictions and all this other stuff, and they found a community, right? And whereas they lived in this project for so long, and they just kept them to themselves in their own little home and didn't really connect with each other. And through this shared suffering, right, they found a true home with each other. So that sort of is a little backstory behind the reference here. So he says in one of the closing paragraphs, he says, many of us are homeless in the West today. It only took a small impetus, a moment of connection for the people of Cody to see that and to find a way to fix it. But it required somebody to be the first to reach out. That is what I would want to tell my teenage self. You have to turn now to all the other wounded people around you and find a way to connect with them and build a home with these people, a place where you are bonded to one another and find meaning in your lives together. We have been tribeless and disconnected for so long now. It's time for us all to come home. And so I get the chills when I read that, because to me, that's what ROCovery is in my life, right? It's this home, this tribe of broken people that can relate to me and I to them. You know, we don't come from the same background. We don't come from the same place, right? All of our experiences are different, but we have this common sort of brokenness that we can relate to in each other, right? And we don't sit around and talk about that, but it's almost like it's an unspoken relatability that to me is home. You know, I found this connection. I found this, and I'm not saying that to brag or to be, you know, to put it out there to make anybody feel bad. It's available to all of us. We just need to reach out, right? And believe that there is this connection out there, that there's other people who can relate, and to be, you know, confined to our own little world and our own little four walls is really not going to be helpful to us in our in our growth. And we need that connection. We need that. And I believe me, I lived 40 some odd years of my life without those deep, meaningful connections. And now, now that I have them, I don't want to say regret, but like all those years of my life that I just went through without having those connections, I feel sad for. I feel sad for my younger self, and I see some of those things in my kids too. That I just wish I could, impart that wisdom to them where, it seems like doing these things and, following your ego and acting a certain way, it seems like that's the way to live, but it really isn't, because it just is, it amounts to something that's so, it's meaningless after a while. What's meaningful is when one of your ROCovery family drops off cookies, awesome cookies that they make for you yesterday, because they're amazing people. Chelsea makes these desserts, and she delivered to the staff yesterday some of these cookies, and I just want to show you this cookie because it's so amazing. It's the ROCovery Fitness logo arm with ROCovery Fitness on it, and that to me is like, that's like, I don't know, man, like in my whole entire life I've never had connections with people who just go to, and then Susie has been stopping at people's houses dressed up like a sunshine thing with a love you sign and just standing outside people's houses. Like, I don't know, man. It's those connections that I just am so grateful for today, that we're led down certain paths and we're shown certain things, and if we're open to them and we follow them, they lead to amazing places, right? And I look back and I think about how many times have I been shown a path that I could have followed, and how many amazing things that I miss out on. But anyway, that speaks to regret, and we don't do regret here, so. Yeah, Mary Jo, isn't it awesome? It is she's such a good, just a good cookie herself. I love Chelsea. I'm gonna start reading some of the comments. Sorry guys, I was kind of going off on a tangent there. Mo, yo. I'm sorry, I got on as soon as my notification popped up. Oh, that's okay, Mary Jo, don't worry. You didn't really miss anything. I wish I was sleeping, been up since 5. I got up at like 2:30 this morning. I had my window open and it got cold, and the wind came around the other side of the house and started blowing. My room got really cold. So that woke me up. So I got up at 2:30, but then I went back to sleep. So yeah, I'm up at 5 every day. I can't, even with my alarm. I was trying to sleep in yesterday. Meredith, celebrating my first birthday in quarantine. Wow. They have t-shirts for that, by the way. I've seen them. Yeah, get some takeout. Me too, because I got to do a Zoom call today. We're going to drive into the city to pick up a couple of things today. And then I've got a Zoom call at like 6. So I'm definitely going to stop somewhere and get food for my youngest and I. Maybe Taco Bell or something. Something bad. We haven't done things like that in a while. Happy birthday, Meredith. Yay. We have a birthday. If I could bring you this cookie, I would. I don't know where you live. Cheryl's on. Hi, Cheryl. You deserve good people in your life. Yes, you do, Nikki. Absolutely. I love that cookie. I think the main thesis of the book is spot on. So many are suffering right now due to the pandemic. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I'm missing that connection right now. I really am. I'm fighting like the urge to hit up some of my best running friends to go, hey, let's go out to a trail, but it's just not, it wouldn't be responsible right now. So we'll just continue this until such a time that it makes sense to be able to do that. And I don't know what that is yet, but we'll see. I don't always feel like I fit in, but then something happens and I'm reminded that I'm connected in ways well, Mary Jo, you do fit in, so. I get it though. I totally get it. Like I go through that too, right? Especially I have social anxiety. You wouldn't think that, I guess, but like, I don't know, parties and stuff like that, I just can't. And people ask me to go to concerts and stuff, and I have a lot of anxiety around that. I can't do it. That's why I used to, drink and get high, things like that, just because that was the way I coped with all that, anxiety. It's called anxiety. It doesn't feel like, I think it's the closest description I can come up with, but it's just really, like, I don't know. I don't want to get into that. But anyway, 3 a.m. Cheryl, oh my goodness. No, go back to sleep at 3 a.m. Good morning, Cheryl. Thomas, good morning. Hey, look at all the people joining today. Stephanie, awesome. Good morning, guys. You're getting takeout from Bula's Greek Sweets. Oh, that sounds good. I don't know where that is or what that is, but that sounds really good. I don't know anything about the stimulus checks, Thomas. I'm sorry, but I can tell you that there's a Narcan training this Saturday in our parking lot that Stephanie's on, and she can talk a little bit more about too. And we've been sharing a flyer about the Narcan. It's like a 3-minute training, and then they've got a video thing on after it at ROCovery on Saturday from noon to 3. You can go get a quick training, get a Narcan kit. Again, Stephanie can talk a little bit more about that. But yeah, certainly very important at this time. There's a lot of, this is affecting a lot of things. So to have that, to be prepared, to it's as essential as anything I can possibly think of. So, yeah. But short of that, I can tell you about, community resources out there and things like that. And we certainly, again, we go back into the comments afterwards and post resources, online mutual aid meetings, things like that. I think I'm starting to panic. Being 3 weeks from my due date. Oh my goodness, are you really? Holy cow, Cheryl, that's close. Don't turn into a hermit. Please keep coming into the center, please, Cheryl. I get it though, I get it. So I'll keep praying for you, Cheryl, that everything goes well. 3 weeks from your due date. Wow, that's crazy. Well, I'm sure that it will be a very, very happy day, and you have a great story to tell your child when they're born and when they're older, what they were born in the middle of. It'll be really interesting. It's in the city, my friend from high school's place. People should support if you can. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, supporting local businesses, very, very important. Okay, cool. Awesome, Stephanie. Thanks for that. Appreciate that resource. Yeah. So, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here in a minute. Yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock anyways. Wow, I talked for a while there. But cool. So I'm not gonna do too much running this week. I think I might do maybe just a couple trail runs this week, just to clear my mind. But I'm mostly just gonna lift with my son, who's been doing nothing but playing video games this month. I don't know. Time is whatever, but he's been doing a lot of video games. So yesterday was nice to go outside. It was nice and sunny yesterday. So we're gonna continue to do that this week and get some exercise and get our blood pumping, I guess, a little bit. You would think with all the running I've been doing that I've been losing weight. Yeah, not so much. I guess I've been doing just as much eating as I have been running. So when I do come back from the running, I'm going to do some nutrition and diet adjustments as well. And maybe Chelsea will stop bringing me cookies. And then I got my new books are coming within the next couple of days. So I don't know which one I'm going to read first. I think it's going to be that Viktor Frankl book, but we'll see. I also got a couple of Thomas Merton books, which I don't know if anyone knows who Thomas Merton was, but he was a Trappist monk. He actually was a professor down in Cornell. Cornell's in Ithaca, right? Yeah. He was a professor down at Cornell for a while, in the 50s. No, it wasn't Cornell because, no, it was, I can't think of the name of the school he was professor at. But anyway, he was a Trappist monk, but also a Buddhist. So very interesting juxtaposition of beliefs. And I've read some of his other stuff too, and it was really, really interesting. Very introspective. So he was alive. I think he died in the 50s or early 60s. He was in his 60s. He was very young. Yes, I said the 60s are very young. But I think he died of tuberculosis. He was on a missions trip in Southeast Asia when he died. But just incredible writing and stuff. So I got 2 of his books and one from Viktor Frankl that kept coming at me from different directions. Like I think Yana was reading it, and Michelle was reading it, and it just kept coming at me. I'm like, I gotta get this book. So I got this one too. So I can't wait for those to come. So yeah, so I'll talk about that too. But I'll go back in and answer comments later and post the resources and do stuff like that. I hope everybody has an amazing day. Keep an eye out for our other feeds today. Brian's on at 11. Kirsten's at noon. Chelsea's at 2. Lisa's at 3. And Yana wraps us up at 5:30 every day. Go on and support those folks as well. And thank you very much for joining me and supporting me, and follow any of our, Lindsay has also done an amazing job of posting all of our videos to YouTube as well. So they're on our website, they're on YouTube, they're on our Facebook page. If you ever want to go back and check out, I don't know why you would, but at least not mine, any of our past videos, you can do that in any one of those avenues as well. So you guys have a great day, and thanks again for joining me, and I love each and every one of you, and have an awesome, amazing, super fantastic day. Peace.